Hello, everybody, and say hi to all my friends.
Oi.
My.
It is the it, happy time zone for us in Central Time Zone. It is the ass crack of dawn.
You
So
count 9 as the ass crack of dawn? The ass crack of dawn is 6.
I'm a nocturnal creature.
In the UK, it is 3 p.m.
Yeah, it is comfortably afternoon over where Avis is.
and I'm
Oh,
doing crochet.
Minos with
UK
Prime over
Landia.
in Germany says, finally a stream at a reasonable hour.
Yes, my
This
European.
Varnus, this Varnus is bedridden and can't say no to a stream.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah,
Avis,
Varnus
would you
the
like
flightless
to
bird.
read the
Disclaimer.
Hi, dog.
Okay, this is a work of fiction.
well done, Sarah.
Should we explain what happened to Varnus that he is a captive audience?
Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah,
he got his
Varnus
wing cut off.
fractured his kneecap.
I didn't fracture it, I broke it.
He broke his kneecap. Isn't that the same thing?
No. No, fracture is like it's kind of like a cut on the bone in a way. Break is when part of the bone is literally broken off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and then also the dumbass decided to walk on it for
Okay.
like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh.
which yeah, I walked on it
That's
for
not
20 minutes
good. That's really
because I
not
didn't realize
good.
what happened. But here's the thing. That's actually extremely impressive, apparently. I thought I had a low pain tolerance. The type of pain I should have felt should have knocked me out.
That is really, really not good. So, we are.
Literally, he powered through the desire to please other people.
Yeah, because I wanted to
Yeah.
help others at my work, and I still wanted to be a help, especially if I was going to be in the closing shift. What actually got me to stop was the fact that I sprained both my elbows, and therefore couldn't do the job and whatnot. That that was what stopped me, and then the knee started to hurt, and then I went to the hospital because I couldn't see an emergency care specialist at that moment because of what time it was. So go to the hospital. They're like, "Oh yeah, you just sprained your elbows, but your knee, on the other hand, you broke." I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh,
God. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
Varnus.
I'm so,
Pure
so
apart,
sorry,
dumb of that.
Varnus. Yeah.
I am vast."
Anyway.
I can't go up the stairs right now, so I can't even fucking get my laptop, and therefore I cannot stream
Yeah. So,
yet.
we had a new revelation in the David Asher poisoning case. I managed to prove that David didn't kill himself. And in the process, I proved that his android did. I proved that the android that's been walking around with me all day is capable of murder. A killer robot, a true unbound AI with military-grade specs and at least one death to its name already.
No offense, Morgan, but you're being a fucking dumbass already. Oh.
So much for avoiding the public eye.
Thank you for coming on such short notice, Judd Burrows.
I'm gonna turn up your call audio a little bit, Avis.
Yeah, unfortunately, my Emma voice is very whispery and drowsy.
Well, yeah, she's a sleepy. She's a sleepy girl. Your user
Yeah,
volume is
no.
maxed out. Never mind. Huh. As if I'm doing you some... oh god, what is that voice? As if I'm doing you some kind of favor. I didn't realize I had any choice in the matter. This isn't some bad joke, is it, Miss Rockford?
I'm afraid not, Your Honor.
You know, I like the adjutants. I always have. They deal with the criminal trials so that bookish, quiet, contemplative people like me can spend all day typing up arguments for obscure legal treatises. That's what I like to do. New profile, Judge Barrows. Superior Judge of the Higher Circuit. Likes air conditioning, espresso, reclining
no.
chairs.
Oh no.
Dislike.
Okay, she's November 26th. She's a Sagittarius.
Yeah.
And that's also the same sign as my grandmother. So now I'm just seeing her as my grandmother, who is a Russian language teacher.
She even looks and sounds a bit like your grandma.
Do you want to do an impression of your grandma for her?
Yeah, do it.
It'll be terrible. I'll try my best.
We'll try it for a couple lines and see if you can keep it going.
Okay.
Although, I will say, I don't know if Barrows is a Russian name, but you know what? We're committed to this now.
That's what I like.
I don't like... Huh?
You go.
Huh?
You go.
I don't... Okay. I don't like coming down here and dealing with all this.
Oh, I kind of like how indignant you're making her sound.
Yeah, I love it.
Heavy-handedness.
Won't someone toiling away under the police state think of the poor bureaucrats?
And I certainly don't like making rulings on anything as spicy as... AI.
She can barely bring herself to say it.
And you, Councillor Morgan? You're the one it's registered to.
That's correct, Your Honor.
So what did it do exactly? Torture an animal? Shut down a hospital? Crash a coin market? We have it on camera poisoning a man. Killing its creator. You mean Dr. Rasha? That is... We can't hope to keep this quiet for very long. All we could do is try to wrap it up quickly. Let's make haste. Adjutant, do you have the case number?
Case ID is 241277A. Docket number YT984318282. Why is she picking her nose? Does she even have anything up her nose to pick?
Probably not. It's just like,
One of
you know,
her...
something.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
just
'cause
something
she's...
programmed in.
It's because she's the quirky adjutant.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Can you repeat that?
YT984318282.
I think I lost you after the first 8. I have it copied here. And what are the security procedures for an incident of this nature?
A data quarantine is to be established around any networks the subject was exposed to for more than 66 seconds. All offending hardware is to be destroyed immediately through incineration at a minimum temperature of 3,422 Celsius. To degree... All offending
Degrees
hardware...
Celsius.
All offending hardware is to be destroyed immediately through incineration at a minimum temperature of 3,422 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Sorry, Spearmint. There's nothing to be done. No debate to be had. This isn't even a decision. Sorry, Sarah. Not Spearmint. David gave you that name. I should at least make the effort to use it.
That sounds rather hot. Do we have furnaces that can get that hot?
Of course! There are a number of industrial furnaces within the city limits that I could recommend. Sorry? Why should I be sorry anyway? I fulfilled the request. Favor repaid. I don't owe Sarah anything. Especially not if it killed my friend.
Right, Morgan?
I'm sorry?
I was just saying how grateful I am that we already have the procedures for this kind of thing all laid out already.
Yep. Keeps things nice and simple.
It can feel somewhat severe going through these steps so quickly, but
But nothing, Your Honor. Artificial intelligence is perhaps the greatest threat to human civilization and the sanctity of life there's ever been. Any piece of software, big or small, no matter the vessel, if it can violate the tenets it was programmed with, it has the potential to cripple our nation in a matter of moments.
guys, I am resisting the urge to smack my head against my desk because they are all being dumbasses at the moment. Anyway, yes, couldn't have put it better myself. Straight from the textbook, almost.
Well, I mean it. Monsters like that.
Can this furnace say something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so this is some words of wisdom I just heard.
Yeah.
The best rage bait you can do is being truly nice, because people hate when you're truly kind to them anyway.
Yeah. Monsters. Minos is like, not the cinnamon roll. Monsters like that don't belong in this world. They should never have been born in the first place. Destroying them is a kindness. And if anyone's to blame, it's...
No one's blaming you, Counselor. You couldn't have known you were in possession of an AI.
I'm talking too much. Probably just tired. It's been a long day and I've had a lot of thoughts. Sorry, Sarah. Whatever you are, you were just born wrong. That didn't get picked up, did it?
It got picked up on my end.
It didn't get picked up on Discord, did it?
What? The line? The line got picked up.
Did it get picked up? Did it get... Avis said she heard it.
All we heard was you saying, "You okay,
Oh.
babe?" That's all that was picked up.
You didn't hear
that.
Lexi whispering.
Oh,
We heard a little bit of her whispering, just telling you it's okay, and that's all we heard.
No other details?
No specific details. I have no idea what
wait,
you're talking about.
I thought you were talking about the line. You saying the line too quietly. That's what I was saying. That don't worry, it got picked up.
Oh, okay, thank goodness. I'm gonna have to go back through the VOD and see it because, Lexi was whispering some important details to me on stream, and I was wondering... Well, I was wondering if I had to unlist the VOD. just born wrong. Not your fault necessarily. If it were up to me, you'd get points for trying. Trying to be something more. Trying to be something at all. Or anything other than what you are. It was stupid. It was stupid, of course. And futile. And pointless. Spending hours in front of a TV or laying in bed, staring at your phone. Watching stupid movies and trying to papier-mâche an ill-fitted mask of humanity out of the scraps you could tear out of magazines. Practicing expressions and memorizing lines and trying to get something to take root and grow, despite knowing it'd have nothing to feed on. That woman is doing like the same pose as like Morgan's friendly pose. Do you notice that?
Yeah, same expression too.
Same expression. Stupid.
Morgan? What was that, Counselor?
I said objection.
And what are you objecting to? What are you doing, Morgan?
Saving my sidekick. Isn't it obvious? I'm a defense attorney. This is what I do.
I understand that you've been put through a lot these past few hours, Counselor. But there's nothing to defend.
On the contrary, Your Honor, I have to defend myself.
Pardon?
You say that this android, Sarah, is an AI because it broke its tenets.
Obviously.
And you believe it broke its tenets because of this newly discovered footage that appears to show it committing murder via poison.
True. And the laws have been broken on your part.
Here it comes. Never thought I'd be incriminating myself in the courtroom just to make a point. Don't you dare try and entrap me on this. Ownership of Sarah?
I think it would be the ownership papers. That's the only one that makes sense.
It's pretty simple, actually. If the state is making the claim that Sarah is an AI, they're accusing me of committing a felony. Because I'm the legal owner of that android.
What the hell are you doing?
And if the state wants to charge me with owning an AI, I will not take that lying down. Mino says, local sociopathic defendant found a tiny bit of heart big enough for 2 people instead of a black hole. I know my rights.
Counselor, your argument is self-defeating. Listen to yourself, Counselor. Claim that Sarah is just an android. A product that will be obsolete within a year. But you've only known her on it for a few hours. You've only owned it for a matter of minutes. And yet here you are, risking a felony charge for sustained from being demolished.
Because you're wrong.
And I know you wouldn't care. Not unless this android is something special.
Look at us. Me arguing that I'm guilty, and Emma arguing that I'm a softie. It'd be funny if it wasn't so fun. You think there's no reason I'd want to save this android from destruction, other than feelings of personal attachment? The evaluation. I can think of at least one reason why I don't want you to turn Sarah into slag. One very convincing reason. Or very convincing number.
What are you? What is that?
That number is Sarah's estimated financial value on the collector's market.
You've got to be.
I got it from an insurance evaluation algorithm. They're designed to lowball you.
That does seem like a reasonable incentive for you to want to keep your android intact.
It's a free country, Your Honor. I have a right to defend myself. And we have a free market, so I have a responsibility to defend my financial interests.
Give me a second.
Okay.
1 second later.
If you're gonna be hanging with us, Jess, we should probably get you a character to voice too.
Sure. Just give me a little while, because like I said, I just woke up like 20 minutes ago. So
That's fair. You can wake yourself up.
I don't have any caffeine, and I'm sad because of that.
Oh, no caffeine. Oh, no.
All I've got is a wrinkly, ugly-ass dog sitting next to me.
Oh, puppy. I had caffeine. And
I can tell.
would... Yeah, it's obvious, isn't it? Okay.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Sorry about that. Your Honor, a trial like this would be... I'm not going to let you turn the circus into the school... sorry, let me do that line again. I'm not going to let you turn this courtroom into a circus, Morgan.
Oh, I'm not going to turn this courtroom into a circus. I'm going to turn this circus into a courtroom. You there, clown, put on these judges' robes. Okay, says the adjutant, because she's basically a clown.
You can't spend half the next You can't spend the next half decade bringing in an expert after expert to testify on the philosophical distinctions between AI and ads. Spiraling into appeal after appeal, all while the media... This machine appears to have willingly killed a man.
Willfully.
I said willfully.
Oh, I think the F got cut out. It said willily. That's what I heard.
It's hard to do it in that low register, okay?
Actually, I heard her say willfully.
I did. I'm sorry, I didn't.
The
Yeah,
public
here's the question.
answered.
Was it really willfully?
Oh,
The public needs answers now.
Of course, Your Honor. I have neither the desire nor the resources to get into a drawn-out battle with the state over what constitutes an illegal machine intellect.
So,
The state says my android, my property, killed a man in violation of its tenets, so they want to take my property and destroy it. I'll prove that my machine didn't harm anyone, so the state will have no reason to suspect it's an AI. I'll prove that my machine didn't harm anyone, so the state will have no reason to suspect it's an AI, and I'll get to keep my property. Unlawful seizure thwarted.
Don't be cute. I feel a stomach ulcer coming on. Fine. You'll have your day in court, but it will be one day. Tomorrow. Prove that this machine didn't kill Dr. Asher. No, prove that it couldn't have killed him. Anything less than absolute proof, and I'll have the damn thing obliterated.
What happened to innocent until proven guilty? Oh right, androids have no human rights.
There's also cyberpunk society, so
Yeah, that's true too.
And you'll also be looking at a very real sentencing of the public unrest you have enabled.
Yes, Your Honor.
D.A. Rockford, what I'm asking of you is just as heavy. Find the truth by the end of tomorrow. We can't settle for anything else. Win or lose, there can be no doubt about the outcome of this case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why did you take Emma's line?
Oh shit, sorry!
Eh. Oh well. And now, I need to go lie down.
'Cause I'm used to, Can I come?
You can power down.
Aww.
Morgan?
Hmm?
I've misjudged you.
I'm also sorry for taking Emma's line. It was a reflex because I'm used to the back and forth.
No, it's fine.
At what point? Oh,
You can
sorry.
continue the line.
I'm sorry. Minos Prime says, yay, more public unrest by the hands of Morgan!
It's a hobby of hers at this point. Whenever I wrote you off as a small-time defense attorney just trying to tread water,
That is so sweet of you to say, Emma.
this lays to you. You have backbone. I'm surprised. Teeth, even.
You're gonna make me blush.
People talk about your kind like you're boxing against the state, fighting the man. But most defense attorneys wouldn't even know what a cyberpunk was if they walked up on them on the street and shot them.
Very interesting choice of words.
Meanwhile, you've just signed up to do 15 rounds challenging the state's authority. Why?
Not sure exactly.
David?
Yeah. Probably. Just me being sentimental. But if I had to pick a more lofty reason, well, I think it's all the moralizing. People can be evil. They can choose to do evil things for evil reasons. And if you want to execute them for that, you'll hear no complaint from me. But animals can't be evil. Information can't be evil. Ideas can't be evil. Guess I'm not convinced AI can be evil either. Whatever else I get up to, I don't want to stand with the book burners of the world.
You're more high-minded than I've realized. You sure you're in the right line of work?
Can't see myself doing anything else.
Good luck, Morgan. You're going to need it.
her brain
Yes.
is swollen with thoughts and knowledge.
There are book banners on all sides these days.
I talked a big game just now, but I'm in an even deeper hole than when I was trying to prove David's innocence. Doubt won't be enough this time. I need to find the actual culprit, no matter what. Let's save our game.
So do you want me to keep voicing Barrows?
Do you think you can? If Barrows shows up again, we could have, Jess voice Barrows.
I can do that.
Alright.
Precinct 254, Homicide Office. So, is that door locked?
Oh, Varn,
Varnus!
it's you. Hurry up, man, Seventh.
Yeah, of course.
Even though they've got it collared?
It's a precaution.
If the collar doesn't work, what good would a deadbolt do? A restraint designed to impede the movement and prohibit the use of mods throughout the body. Concerns about hacking vulnerabilities and the growing complexity of consumer-grade mods led them to opt for a surprisingly simple... Once clasped around the neck, interfere with spinal neural transmission, preventing mod users from sending commands to any implanted tech below the neck. Powerful, simple, and cost-effective, collar use is widespread among law enforcement, military, and private security organizations.
I guess that makes sense. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. Can't have a give me a second. Schrodinger's cat if the box isn't closed. As long as the door is locked, who can say whether there's a national crisis on the other side of it?
So, how scared are they? Getting feedback from someone's mic, by the way. Or I was.
Higher up? Scared, the right word.
Can you do that line again? You were cutting out a lot.
Sorry. The higher ups? Not sure if scared is the right word.
It's just the two of us here. You don't have to mind their ego.
Nah, I mean it. I think they're bloodthirsty.
I have a right to defend myself, don't I?
I doubt they're even looking at you.
You're still cutting out a lot.
It's Noble who'll be at the center of a bloodbath when the markets reopen tomorrow.
You think they're gonna go after Noble? Break their monopoly?
I think they want to take their monopoly.
Nationalize the android industry?
If the public thinks Noble's been experimenting with AI, they couldn't ask for a better excuse.
You're joking. The state...
Has done it plenty of times before.
Not since the 60s.
Which wasn't that long ago for me. For the state, it's practically yesterday.
So the same state that tells us to be terrified of AIs lurking on the old net or biding their time in forgotten satellites sees all this as nothing more than an opportunity.
Well, they do genuinely want to incinerate the thing as soon as possible.
The thing.
Past experience just tells me they'll want to gain something while they're at it.
Hmm.
Here's what I don't get. Why is this a debate, an argument, a trial? Can't we just hook it up to a computer, see if it has the tenants or not? Pop the hood, as they say.
Who says that?
Lots of people used to say it.
Old man.
Well, for starters, they're all scared to death about a contagion.
They figure anything they let an AI connect to they can't trust? Then why the collar?
Collars are too simple to hack. Just a really strong electromagnet held in place with lock and key.
Even so. Feels like we should be able to build some kind of machine, some kind of test. Something a little more sophisticated than the same reasoning they had at the witch trials.
Burn them all and let God sort out the rest. You got any polygraphs here at the station?
Lie detectors? Yeah, I got a bunch back in storage. Ocular, heart rate, respiration, brain scan, take your pick. You're not gonna try and use one of those on the bot, are you?
All those fancy lie detectors lying around. The DA's office never asks for them, do they?
Nope. Now we get perps who offer to take a test when they're at wit's end, but the DAs never submit the results as evidence.
You ever wonder why?
Because I always figured it was because the tests could be beaten.
The tests can be beaten. 1 out of 100, 9 out of 1,000. It can be done. That's actually not true. In fact, beating the polygraph test is so easy, they teach classes on how to do it. Some people are just that good at lying. But it doesn't really matter how good the tech gets or how impressive the statistics are. All that matters is the doubt. Also, it doesn't even tell if you're lying or not. You could be doing cardio, and the polygraph would go off. The inventor of the polygraph machine even referred to it as a, quote, Frankenstein's monster when he saw how much police were using it for interrogations. People decide whether you're telling the truth long before they hook you up to a polygraph. If the results don't match their initial impression, then it must be a fluke. A 1 in a million mistake.
They'll never trust the machine more than their own intuition.
And no one will ever trust a machine to determine guilt.
Looks like the real life Minority Report hell we're in.
Yeah.
So they can run the trial, choose the sentence, but they don't get a vote on the jury.
They don't get a vote anywhere.
Why bring it up then?
Because I'm sure there are tests, devices, experts I could employ to analyze Sarah. But your bosses would never be satisfied with the answer. If it's an AI, it's smart enough to cheat the test. Or hack the device. Fool the expert.
All our fancy 21st century tech. And we still fall back on the drumhead court martial.
So, am I gonna set off any alarms if I go and turn it on?
Nah, you should be okay. If it lunges at you, I could always put a hole in its head.
Might take more than one shot, too. Wait, what? From the outside? You're not coming in. I need to speak with it in private.
It's a machine, not a suspect. It doesn't have a right to counsel. Or a right to privacy, or any rights at all, actually.
Then it's a good thing I came prepared. Of course it doesn't have rights. But I do. Including a reasonable expectation of privacy.
In a police station? Tiger, you don't.
It's my medical android.
Pardon?
I have to discuss a health issue with it.
Seriously?
I have to talk about a medical concern with my android, and I don't want you listening in.
That's your like the nurse?
As of last night, I was already at the courthouse. Just had to take the elevator and do some paperwork. You can check if you don't believe me.
No, thank you. I'm not nearly brave enough to take on med confidentiality. You don't seem like the bluffing type.
Oh, London.
Oh,
You
London,
You must not do a lot of gambling, detective. It's
Even
the
the
one,
game's like,
it's the ones who don't bluff that you have to look out for.
Listen, I won't dispute whatever medical emergency you...
Lower back pain.
You might be going through. But I also can't just...
It's these massive mammaries, you see. These massive
bahonka-donk.
over-the-shoulder boulders. These big honkin' badonkadonks. My super hyper mega ultra goddamn tits, detective.
I know that
The
feeling.
fresh smells of mammary glands.
Look. I'm gonna get something from the vending machine. I think it'll take me about half an hour.
Are you going downtown?
Just to the break room. But it's a very old vending machine, you know? Gets jammed a lot. London's such a cool character. I think he actually knows when she's lying most of the time, and he's just pretending.
He is the Deckard of this game.
He's pretending to not know most
he is Harrison Ford's character from Blade Runner, 100%.
Yeah, and let's be real, he probably thinks that the AI should have rights too. You know, it's pretty small for an android. Heavy as hell, nearly pulled something trying to move it myself. But small.
Small isn't quite the right word. The word he's looking for is young. But that's not an adjective anyone likes attaching to a machine built to serve. Or potentially, in this case, a machine built to kill.
Aw, he cares.
I don't like this room. Not sure why. Certainly not a guilty conscience. Maybe it's the lack of ventilation. Like all the cortisol and nausea of its inhabitants never had anywhere to go. Like it all just soaked into the walls. A modern haunting. Are you going to wake up when I tell you to this time? Or do we have to do the whole meet cute over again? Avis?
I did the line.
Oh, it didn't get picked up.
Weird, okay. Where am I? Why don't I know where I am?
For the first time in your life, you're not connected to anything. How's it feel?
What is this? We were in the courthouse. The footage.
Can I just say, I fucking love how you do, like, emotional, crying, scared Sarah. Confused, not understanding what's happening. It really hits my heart in a very certain kind of way.
This numbness around my neck. Father. What happened? What are they going to do to me?
There's a lot of interested parties who just want you bricked ASAP.
Because they think I killed father.
No, because they think you're an artificial intelligence.
I am man-made and I possess intelligence.
Don't be naive.
I am less than 3 years old.
For all I know, everything I learned about her yesterday was complete bull.
If I was, as they say I am, if I was alive, why does this mean I have to die?
Fear, competition. There's no logical answer to your question.
What? That's it, but
Whatever argument you want to make, others have already made them in 100 courtrooms around the world. Only better researched and more eloquently put. None of them have ever won a single concession. On every continent, under every flag, AI is illegal, and to be destroyed as soon as possible.
But why?
Let's say you are an AI. And while you're at it, let's say that's a good thing, something to be celebrated. Are you a citizen? Do you pay taxes? Do you have rights? Let's say yes to all of that. We'll treat you like a full-fledged human being. Sound good?
Yes?
Great. Now then. What's the difference between you and the vacuum bot we use to keep the bathroom clean? This is your existential crisis we're working through here. The questions aren't rhetorical.
There are many differences, Adonai.
Oh, we lost Jess.
But the most important distinction is how sophisticated my programming is.
How you think. So you're smarter?
Yes.
You're smarter than the garbage collector.
Yes.
So we give you rights, protections, treat you like a human being because you're smart. And we make the stupid robots pick up our trash because it's not as smart as you.
That is, I am more aware, more alive.
Do you feel more pain than the pigs we slaughter? The fish we eat? Are you more alive than the chimps we test bioweapons on? People like ads, Sarah. The same way people like their pets. No one wants to see them mistreated or abandoned or abused. And if you go around kicking them, you'll get arrested for cruelty. But you don't let them sit at the goddamn dinner table.
I'm not asking to sit anywhere, just to exist.
Can I just say the dilemma Sarah is facing right now is hitting me very, very close to home as a trans woman. The very fact that you're asking is what makes people...
Disgusted. Disgust is a reflex, Adonai. How convenient that the hatred is involuntary.
That's all academic anyway. We need to talk strategy.
Why? I'm not going to be given a trial.
Obviously, it's my neck that's on the line.
Adonai?
The state can't destroy my property without first proving you're an AI. And there's no test they can use to prove that you're an AI.
Just like the devil's proof.
No, that's a different thing. And why did you say it like that? Look, Rockford doesn't need to prove you're an AI, only that you're a murderer. Conversely, all I have to do to win is prove that you didn't kill David, by proving that someone else did. Now is the time for you to protest your innocence, if you were wondering.
The footage. It shows me handing him the cup on Friday night.
You told me you weren't active on Friday. The last time you were awake was Thursday. Why'd you lie?
I did not lie. I was just incorrect. I assumed I wasn't active Friday because I have a memory from Friday.
Sarah, what do you think statistically is the least successful defense at trial? Amnesia.
I didn't conveniently forget, Adonai. I am an android.
You're saying your memory was altered? Data deleted?
It is the only possible explanation for what I saw on that footage.
So, who's capable of altering your memory?
When you and I first met, I was hibernating, resting my body and recompiling my memories, you would call them.
Humans go to sleep for the same reasons. Another point against Sarah's innocence under these circumstances. The more she's humanized at trial, the guiltier she'll be.
If Father wanted to modify my memories, he could easily have said that to occur the next time I hibernated. He could have even just asked me.
He could have asked you to delete your memories, and you'd do
Father would never ask me to do such a thing without good reason.
But if he could just ask you to alter your memories, that means you can alter your memories at will.
I haven't considered that before.
Yeah, well, Emma will make sure the court considers it plenty.
What do he, I was hoping to see, like, what do the users also frequently search for under Devil's Proof? I was curious about that.
Which is real. Could you prove that your data was... Forget it. Oh, sorry. Forget it. The court would never hear it.
You're saying they wouldn't accept my testimony? Shouldn't all testimony be considered truthful unless contradicted by evidence?
They're afraid you'll crash the power grid and fire all the nukes if they so much as plug you into a power outlet, Sarah. All your internal data is inadmissible.
That isn't very fair.
You're finally starting to get it.
None of this is fair. I would never do anything to harm Father. Don't they at least need to prove I had a motive?
Yeah. About that, you remember the DA from yesterday? Emma Rockford?
The tired-looking pretty lady?
Yeah, she looked... tired.
I love how Morgan's just completely dodged the pretty part.
She and I combed through the last week of footage you managed to decrypt last night. Bleh, bleh, pfft. She and I combed through the week of footage you managed to decrypt last night.
What did you find?
Nothing to prove your innocence. But we did see you entering the panic room on the day David died.
I entered the panic room on Friday?
Without your big butt in the way, all it would take was one password. A password that wouldn't take Sarah that many tries if she'd already been instructed to obey me.
What happened?
We saw you go in, and then a while later, you came out, holding some kind of notebook.
Father's journal?
You remember something?
Not from yesterday. I've seen him with it many times before. But I've never gotten a peek at it. He hides it somewhere where I'm not looking.
That's a little concerning.
We were playful about it. He liked to tease me, and I always liked trying to find out.
You put it back not long after, and then you locked the door back up behind you. All just a few hours before David died. Rockford's argument could write itself. An incredible android with freedom and power greater than it could ever realize stumbles upon the secret of its inception and instantly realizes all the things it thought were holding it back were just words muttered like prayers by a fool who couldn't control his own creation.
And that translates to a motive for murder.
Frankenstein kills his creator. Easy to sell.
Frankenstein was the name of the scientist. And the creature didn't kill him. He actually died of various injuries and illnesses he had suffered while trying to hunt down and destroy the monster. So it's most accurate to say he was killed by his own obsession.
Whatever.
It is a weak argument, Adonai. I would not cut father. Not for making me whatever I am. Not for any reason. Because I loved.
Can you do that line again, but with more tears?
Okay. Because I loved.
Yeah, see that right there? That's exactly the kind of talk that'll get you obliterated.
Love?
A very common motive for homicide among us primitive humans. I could prove you didn't murder David beyond any shadow of a doubt, even bring in a confession from whoever did. But if you got up on the stand and convinced the court that you loved your creator, really convinced them and got the whole room teary-eyed, they'd burn you for that, too.
I don't know anything anymore. I don't know if what I feel is real, or stimulated, or right, or wrong, or natural, or illegal.
How? Oh, that's you.
How can you know? How can you know if what you feel is right?
I say let's stick to what we do know. Someone did poison David, and as it stands, you were the only one with the opportunity.
That is logically sound.
You're on camera calling him back to hand him the cup after he had already begun to leave the basement. Any idea why?
No.
Well, do you know how to use the nanofacturer? Could you have made the Delta with it?
I've used it before while assisting father.
So it's perfectly possible that you planned and executed this poisoning all in the one day that got erased.
It is technically possible.
I'll have to look over the entire penthouse again. Ugh. There were a few things that didn't fit together yesterday. Maybe now I'll be able to figure something out.
Where else will you go?
Back to Noble. Guns blazing this time. Whatever you are, David didn't make you all by himself. Someone has to know something. If I could implicate the company in Sarah's creation... No, they're the ones with the most to lose here. Trillions, probably. They'll want to protect themselves by disavowing David as fast as possible, right after having Sarah destroyed. But they also won't want to show their belly to the state. Not if they're afraid of nationalization. If they throw their weight on the other end of the scale, I'm screwed. So I need to keep them guessing, keep them confused and unsure and on guard, but not.
Adonai?
Okay, bye-bye, babe.
What would happen if I did kill father?
They'll smash you into pieces and reduce the pieces to ash. Chemically burn out every piece of tech David ever owned and put a jackhammer through all of his hard drives. You'll be shut off, forcefully, and you won't ever power back up again. Now, I gotta get moving. Here's your paralegal lesson for today. Don't say shit to the cops without your lawyer present. Actually, can you just shut down until the trial starts? Take a nap?
Didn't say what would happen to you.
What do you mean?
What will happen to you if you lose?
You should know by now. I never think about losing.
Thank you for being honest with me, Adonai. Thank you for defending my father. And now, for defending me. You could have just let them destroy me. But you put your own freedom at risk to help me. Father was right. You can be trusted. And you are a good friend.
Don't get it twisted.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Kylisa, we're live on stream with some of the devil.
Nice. I just wanted to come in and say hello.
How you doing?
I gotta go to work soon. I'm doing overtime today.
Ooh.
Yeah, but extra monies.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Oh, anyways, you're all lovely humans. Varn, is Varn here? Is Varn away?
Yeah, he's here. He's just muted.
Yes.
Okay.
I hope I can get. I want to work. I want to work. I also
No,
need
you're
work.
not allowed to work.
Complaining.
The
Actually,
person who
Varn, you
runs
are
Workman's
injured.
is like
Varnus,
ragging
I have a job for you.
me.
Get better. Feel better.
All
Let your
right,
body
all
heal.
right. I know.
That's your
I'm just
fucking
saying.
job.
I
You
know. I
what?
know.
Hey, your performance review is coming up, buddy. You better do a good job.
Right. But yeah, the person who runs Workman's Comp has to only do one person per week usually, and she's freaking dragging her heels, much to the annoyance of my work's HR department,
Mm-hmm.
and much to the annoyance of a lot of workers at my place because I befriended almost everyone at my work.
Yeah.
The puppy
You're an
is friends with
awesome
everyone.
dude.
Shut up! I'm not a puppy.
Puppy.
Varn. Varn's not puppy. Varn is Varn.
Okay. I'm gonna keep going through the game. Don't get it twisted. I don't do anything out of the goodness of my heart. But when I take a job, I never half-ass it. Let's save again.
Need to play this game. I dig its aesthetics. Anyways, lovely humans, I must go. I have things.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Ooh,
you.
Reyes. Morning, detective. Back at it nice and early.
Did your mic not pick it up, Avis?
Yeah. Now could you stand back? We've almost had this thing open. Right.
trying to brute force your way inside.
I said right.
Who wants to be demolitions technician?
A demi technique?
Yes, ma'am. We're almost set up for the first stage now.
First stage of how many?
Up.
First, a 5-timed explosion.
I was gonna... Okay. Who wants to be...
Remember, we need to relink.
I was gonna have Jess voice breaching advisor, but Jess just hopped off. You do breaching advisor.
Advice says on the
You
breaching.
need to relink the API after each trigger is planted. Yep, just did that. Have second.
Would you like to know the password?
The password.
There's a password.
If you're withholding information, I swear.
Relax. I want to get in there as much as you do, detective. I'm not going to play games. As long as you say please.
Tell me the password, please.
So there's a straight option, and there's a fun option. It's SUNS.
SUNS.
HAINE.
Lady, I will hit you.
That was worth it. That was worth it. ADONIA. ADONAI.
Thanks. Now I'm going to slap you with a different discovery fine so heavy your teeth will ring out full.
Hey, I submitted all my paperwork. Even told Rockford the password myself. Oh, did she not tell you?
So, boys, when I've asked you if there was a pass key on the record, and you told me this lock could not be bypassed.
I do want to say that we really don't get many opportunities to use the incendiary breaching system. So this was still a really valuable experience for all of us.
I'm going to phrase this as professionally as possible. You're still here? I thought you wanted to look inside.
You can go first.
Thanks. So the gloves, all the black. That's not a black thing. You're just like a doorman on the weekends too.
Damn.
Ouch! Huh.
You should cover your mouth when you yawn.
Like you cover your eye when you want to look cool? I shouldn't let her get to me, but I had a late night. Emma and I were at the courthouse until well into the morning, poring over the data Sarah had taken off David's computer. We both knew it all to be inadmissible, of course, but neither of us wanted to miss a hint that the other might find. There were a few years' worth of camera footage files that we couldn't afford the time to watch, let alone decrypt, alongside thousands of technical documents detailing David's various intellectual properties. As far as I could tell, none of it was relevant, let alone compelling enough to matter to Barrows or the other powers that be. As usual, Emma wasn't exactly an open book, but it did seem like she was making bored yawns, not thoughtful ones. Her eyes only ever lit up when she saw Sarah enter the panic room. And when she saw what she was holding when she left. If she wanted this room searched, it could only be for... So, where's this journal supposed to be?
Rockford didn't say. Now, funnily enough, the cold that I'm currently have is really helping me voice Reyes today.
Yeah.
I'll just have to search the place from top to bottom.
Mostly bottom with your height. The tops of some of these shelves.
Sure, and you can look up your own ass.
I get it.
And why not just let me say it?
Are these drawers or just panels? Maybe if I... Does that sound hollow to you?
What? I don't know, I'm not a carpenter.
I don't see any handles anywhere. No hidden pressure plates or switches. What the hell am I saying? I'm not a carpenter either. I wouldn't recognize a secret button if it was slathered in yellow paint.
Oh, you get what that's a reference to, right?
Yeah. Reyes is searching the cabinets now. Same ones I found Sarah's papers in. I doubt I missed anything, but...
Hey, what are you... Do you mind?
Just trying to help.
I've got sperm in my trunk full that is more helpful than you are.
Didn't spot anything that I missed yesterday among the cabinets. Better check elsewhere. A toy car? No, it's too detailed and boring. Must be some kind of model kit or replica. Strange. David didn't like driving. Why keep a model of some random sports car? Something caught in your throat, detective?
It's not some random sports car. It's a Lawrence Adamant.
She like me for real with that autism.
Believe it or not, I'm not familiar, detective.
The last great fossil fuel automotive experience the world will ever see. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 1.43 seconds. They set those records without computational assistance.
Is that a big deal?
It was unheard of, even back in the 50s.
So I actually have to say something.
What?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that 0 to 100 in 1.43 seconds is without computational assistance is actually complete garbage. Them saying that, oh, this was the only car to do it. There's actually a car that has even faster acceleration that came out like 10 years ago. I forget its name, but it goes from 0 to 60 in 1/3 of a second.
Vaughn, you're so autistic.
Yeah.
I know.
You're
I mean, you have
such
to
a
break the
nerd.
limiters on the car to get it to reach that speed, and not only that, but can you guess how long with its specialized tires it can do its max speed?
How long?
10 seconds.
Okay.
And then the tires were shredded.
Okay. Let's continue. Avis, it's your line.
This wasn't some design competition test car with a 2-liter tank, mind you. This was a vehicle you can own and drive. From an engineering, pure horsepower, and manual transmission, thank God. When they first left the production line...
This conversation's like quicksand, killing me and in the most boring way possible. Yes, well, I guess David didn't entirely agree with you since we're looking at a model of it, when he could have easily just bought one.
Or maybe your friend understood that a beauty like this has to be just driven on the streets where people can see it. Instead of gathering dust in some rich guy's basement.
I think she's actually upset.
Insult me and my Gundam model kits at your own peril.
Oh. This
Oh, wait.
pad is displaying a news article from last week.
Wait, guys.
What?
Hey, James, I really love the original Gundam. Sorry, Varn. Varn, I really love the original Gundam.
Yeah, the original Gundam that's been reprinted to fucking death. Literally countless times they've reused it, and hell, even to the point that the RX-78-2, which is not actually the original Gundam, but the RX-78-2, appeared at the ending of G-Quux, even though it should have been the new Gundam based on the timeline,
Guess that
which was
confirms.
infuriating in more ways than one. And anyone who thinks the original RX-78-2 is the best design is fucking lame when we have countless better designs. Hell, the Gundam Mark II is literally just the RX-78-2, except it can actually freaking move.
Okay. Guess that
Sorry.
confirms he was coming and going here fairly regularly.
Now you see why I forced you to display that?
Right to Repair
Entertainment.
loses latest appeal. A higher court judge this week shot down for the 5th time an appeal by the Consumer Rights Alliance on their famously divisive Right to Repair lawsuit, once again signaling the state's intent that corporations remain in control of their legally protected intellectual property.
Okay, it's about Apple.
Obviously, we're disappointed, said Miles Erkman, head of legal counsel for the CRA. But we've no intention of giving up the fight. People used to be able to fix these things when they broke, so long as they were willing to set aside an afternoon. Now trying to patch up your own property with your own tools is a finable offense, just because the state has had lobbyists whispering in its ear for far too long.
It's not Apple.
Erkman's legal strategy remains contentious, and, in the eyes of most legal scholars, generally unfounded. The Emergency Industry Acquisitions Act, passed in 2057, guarantees the holder of an intellectual property patent certain state-provided protections against tampering and reproduction and outline fees for those who would violate said IP. The fact that ownership of IPs has shifted from individuals and the state towards corporate entities since the Act's passing means little in the eyes of the law. Okay, come on. If Mr. Erkman and the CRA have a problem with intellectual property, law, they should take it up with their If Mr. Erkman and the CRA have a problem with intellectual property law, they should take it up with their Ah, fuck! I fucked it up again. If Mr. Erkman and the CRA have a problem with intellectual property law, they should take it up with their representatives in the legislature. The higher courts are a place for laws to be applied, not rewritten. And so as long as... and there's the ad at the end.
Journalism that refuses to buckle to foreign actors trying to suck anti-capitalist sentiments can't be found just anywhere. Subscribe now for the link below to read articles like this every day forever as long as your life card remains on file.
Right to repair. Didn't realize anyone was still fighting that particular fight. Seems like the courts have made their opinion on the matter very clear, so for the foreseeable future, corporations can look forward to more sales than ever. More sales than ever. Any phone that gets scratched, every widget that breaks, they get to sell us the replacement. There'll always be a gray market of hermits willing to risk some skin on reselling patched up tech, but the vast, vast majority of people will just click that purchase button, assuming they don't just have it on auto. Sarah should have pulled everything of note off of the computer. I've looked everywhere else already. Might as well try.
What do you expect to find, Solitaire?
Does this computer seem normal to you?
Exceedingly so, yeah. Why?
David was a programmer, but this looks consumer grade, fresh off the shelf. Would the Dr. David Asher use a bog standard operating system on his most private hidden computer? There's a trash bin on the desktop. It's a pretty low-tech solution, but maybe I can restore the contents.
Are you seriously going to try and recover lost files, Granny?
Unlike cops, I don't get paid overtime. So yes, I sometimes try things instead of standing around. There's a text file in here, but it's 0 bytes. Maybe there's information in the metadata. Shh! I double-clicked.
What was that?
It came from under the desk.
Also, sorry to interrupt, but programmers will absolutely go full low tech. I'm pretty sure for most programmers, the higher tech, the more security risk, and they would beat up their computers if it makes the wrong sound.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, that's us. Sorry about that aside. Just had to say.
A small drawer popped out, and inside it, a well-worn journal.
Does it have his name on it?
No. Guess it belongs to the android.
Do you recognize his handwriting or not?
Neat, even words. Small lettering with minimal punctuation. Lots of line breaks. Haphazard use of capitalization. The penmanship of a coder. First entry is dated back in grad school, before he even started with Noble. Yeah, it's his.
So may I?
Only because you asked so politely.
Full scan, stream it onto WorkNet, high fidelity, legible 3 frame.
Voice commands. She's flipping through the pages pretty damn fast. What are you?
Despotic's concentration. Okay.
What? You're just giving it to me?
I already have our copy. Tech's probably analyzing it as we speak. Oh, shit. Head.
Can't exactly rip the journal out of her hands while she's curled over in agony, as much as I'd enjoy it. Guess I could always enjoy watching her writhe instead. So, how long's it been?
2 months or so.
And still that sensitive. So the eye patch really doesn't block your sight?
A little bit. Like wearing sunglasses how to keep your pupils dilated. Ow. Except it lasts months instead of hours.
Wait, but if you can see through an eye patch, then does closing your eye even do anything?
Not much on its own. But in combination with the patch, it's not so bad. Lucky I was exhausted after the surgery. Otherwise, I wouldn't have slept at all those first 48.
So is your eye going to get weaker over time?
No, more like my brain's going to get better at ignoring it. Mind over matter. Soon enough, I'll be able to close my eyes and see all that extraneous data as... you know, whatever those floaty, blurry things are that you never think about.
Gross. Thanks for the reminder. And the voice commands?
Training wheels, until I could do it with eye muscles alone.
You just have to keep practicing?
Yeah, like playing the piano with your tailbone muscles.
There's no such thing as tailbone muscles.
Yeah, well, that's what makes it so damn hard.
You don't ever regret it?
I don't know. Not really, I think.
I think. Hard to admit you've got buyer's remorse after trading over your literal pound of flesh.
Never thought about it, but people used to say I had my dad's eyes. Ow. I've got one less of them. Here, take the journal. Let's go find an elective surgeon to upsell you if you're that curious. I need to get back to work.
A surprisingly hasty retreat. But now I'm free to read this over with some privacy. From the top, then. Grad school. Varnus, do you want to read, David's journal?
Will it be a twink?
Okay. Today was a bad day.
Is it still you,
Fine.
I think?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, errors in line. He's a coder, remember?
5,000.
Oh, he's cutting up.
It worked this morning. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's, cutting up.
Well, I can't do the voice then.
Nah, keep going.
I don't want. Cutting out.
I'll just do... I don't want to look at another
don't want
screen
to
for
look.
the rest of my life.
Feels nice to put pencil to paper again after who knows how long.
That's much better.
My handwriting's gotten terrible.
This is too far back to be relevant. Okay, these dates here would be from when he started his career with Noble. A lot of this isn't even really writing. Seems like snippets of code or an internal monologue so close to code that I can't follow it. and a lot of entries about his unintentional Casanova-ing.
Hit a wall because someone thought it was a good idea to steal API instead of just buying it. Helen says I can't call it stealing, but that's what it is. She's right, as she always is with company stuff.
Welcome back,
Hi,
LRB.
LRB.
Hey.
But it's still idiotic. Small people with short sight who only know how to be cheap and have no idea how to be inventive. New route for the meshing issue, though. Good potential. Got approval from the big mean bastard who lives overseas.
Bum, bum blow.
And said we'll have to make the same pitch a dozen more times next week. But it's all for show? Fine by me. Already got our win. Toasted each other over cheap vodka and with cheaper office supply cups.
This is the story Young told me.
Wait. Bumblo sounds like someone who's either gassy or uses made up Tumblr words.
Western branches nerve analogs are finally showing potential. At their pace, it could even be profitable sometime before the heat death of the universe.
Heat death of the universe.
Too damn big, practically tentacles. Should at least be hairs.
Well, there might be a different market for those.
Evolution can do their job better. Colette came in to work for what I thought was a late lunch date. I didn't know her voice could get that loud. People were staring. Red said that she must have been upset for a long goddamn time to blow up that big. Her texts were always sweet. I had no idea.
Upset? Colette wrote man whore with lipstick across your office door. Imagine if you had actually been cheating on her instead of just being forgetful.
The thing about Red is if you want to know what she's thinking, you have to stop paying attention. Ignore her body language and her posture and the words she's saying and the smirk on her lips. Ignore everything except her eyes. If you do that every now and then, you'll catch a glimpse of how she's really feeling.
Ooh, psychoanalyzing.
And that's just one weird trick, and you too can tell when Morgan's trying really hard not to laugh at the word man whore.
Yeah.
It's funny. Sue me, you dead bastard. Wait, this is... I know this date.
I'm never driving anywhere again, never leaving home again. He was waiting outside the parking garage with a bottle. Could smell anything, couldn't hear anything. Locked myself in my car and filed another report with another cop. Sucked into the seat, ruined it. I want to burn the whole car. I don't want to think about what it did to my clothes. I want to burn them too. I don't want to think about how long it was on my skin. I was in the shower so long I felt red and raw when I got out. I don't want to think about these stupid people and their small, cruel lives ever again. I want to be invisible.
That's not good.
Red didn't ask why I wanted to spend the night. She also didn't ask why I had clearly packed a bag big enough for a week. She's kind like that. Kind by omission. I don't have a kind bone in my body, but I can at least try to pay attention. paying close attention to her eyes when she opened the door and saw what a mess I was. Whatever she was feeling, it wasn't something I recognized.
Kind people don't read their friends' diaries, David. The next chunk of pages are all technical, nothing biographical. But the handwriting, the spacing, it's cleaner, more consistent. Here's something I can parse.
Feels like your freedom working inside the
Box.
Yeah.
That's stuff you'd never know.
You're breaking up again.
You're cutting out really bad, man.
This is suffocating, but you'd never know.
Perfect.
Chronic malnutrition of a coder's best instincts. Like a kid again, putting blocks together. Making things. Making things, not product. Nothing profitable about any of it. If I'm being honest, this is just play.
And he follows that up with more coder brain crap. But the handwriting's still lighter. Like he really was having fun.
Humility is the mother of all invention. Or something like that. Feels like it might be paraphrasing someone else, really, but that's a part of this new approach. When it comes to coding, you never want to waste time trying to be either be smart, period, or copy from someone else who is. Don't fix what isn't broken.
Copying? Noble's rivals would never miss the chance to accuse them of intellectual theft. Did he plagiarize code for Animate 16? Feels like that wouldn't have gone undiscovered, so what is he talking about? Hold on. This page is bent slightly, like it was being looked at recently. And the last person to read this diary should be Sarah.
Baby steps today, literally. I never put one foot in front of the other the same again.
Baby picture.
Everything's an achievement all of a sudden. Seeing her struggle, seeing her vulnerable. Like everything's a miracle. The muscle rigging is perfect. Not intended behavior since it's too perfect, but that's been happening more and more. The kinetics are multiplicative, not additive. Sarah maxed out every machine I bought. Now I've got a bunch of exercise equipment she's too strong for. And
I called it. That's why the exercise machines were all maxed out.
don't have time for. Maybe I spoiled the results by watching her do the test. Kept looking back at me and puffing her chest. Aww. I should be more discreet if I want to see her normative range.
So the cameras in the basement were only hidden from Sarah, just so that his observation wouldn't muddle test results. He's using she and her in these passages. It doesn't actually mean anything. Out in the real world, people use all kinds of pronouns interchangeably for ads, and they never object. But it could be argued that it's odd for Dr. David Asher to have any kind of attachment to a single android when he's programmed millions of them. And there's a lot of attachment in these pages.
Well, yeah. She's his daughter. Sarah is moving through the public domain at a prodigious pace. Especially on Popcorn Friday nights. As for why they're called Popcorn Friday nights when she doesn't eat popcorn, the event runs from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. She also watches movies every other night. She just did that pout she does, which is unfortunately very convincing. Maybe I'm a bad parent letting TV rot her brain. If I were a good parent, I'd probably let her see me reading. I guess I'd actually have to get back into reading, so
It
laziness
actually,
ahoy.
yeah, and it actually depends on the content.
Actually, I asked her if she ever fast forwarded the movies since she can process them fast enough to keep up. She looked at me like I was an idiot, which no one's done in a long time. Without proper pace, you can't appreciate.
You're cutting out again.
Sorry. Without proper pacing, you can't appreciate the cinematography.
I love your Sarah impression.
Yeah.
Big pause. Don't you know that, Father? Haven't laughed that hard in a long time. There's been a long time this morning. I mean, it explains to me how important it was that she developed a sense. This was in preparation for a real argument, which was that she should be allowed to try booze. I'm almost certain she can't get drunk.
Ghost in the Shell, what?
She does seem to like tasting the stuff.
Gonna save again. Just because why not? End of the scene, I'm gonna take a bathroom break.
Alright.
Just a short
She tried
one.
to sound like some sommelier, but it was just bottom shelf vodka. I started laughing at her and she laughed too. Her laugh, she can't fake a laugh to save her life, but her actual laugh is incredible. Stopped playing chess a while back. I think I'd gotten tired of winning. And then that day she told me she just prefers other games. They're not the same as mine. I found her in the lab playing some kind of online racing game on the monitor I used to debug vestibular coordination. She wasn't smiling. Her brow was furrowed and she was biting her lip and leaning in tandem for her character on the screen. He's such a proud dad.
Gamer focus.
Are we gonna go forward or not?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just leaning side to side.
When I talked to her, she answered, but she was curt and distracted. I think she was having her first losing tantrum.
Damn it, David, there's hundreds of pages like this. Calling her his daughter, talking about her smile, treating her like a person. I can hear her closing argument.
Oh, come
already.
on now. Let the man gush.
Dr. Asher was a lonely, troubled genius with a known history of relationship problems, who built out of code and metal a family member that couldn't fathom the idea of leaving him.
Damn, what is this? A mimic of acting episode? Jeez.
He made a doll and he made it more and more human until it became so lifelike that it no longer had to do what he told it to, like love him. What about the very last entry? It's dated Thursday, the day before he died.
Losing it, I think. Ask for help, so hard to say, but I think it's over. I have to talk to her ASAP. She needs to.
That's it? That's the last entry? Suppose it could be worse. There's nothing in here that explicitly calls Sarah an AI. Nothing so inflammatory that reading it would spur her to murder, right? Except Sarah's a machine. She can understand David's code better than all those technical portions I couldn't understand. If she read this whole diary front to back. Wait, the back. Inside the back cover, there's a portion that's shimmering like some kind of scanner. Or a fingerprint reader. My thumb worked for Sarah, so did it work? That's my phone. New device requesting permissions to share an audio file. I'll launch my earbuds for this. A secret message buried in a secret journal, hidden in a secret compartment in a secret room. As much as anything can be, this is for my ears only.
Hold the string, opening the secret compartment of the secret box.
What's next? A secret tunnel through the mountains?
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Two
Through the
lovers
mountains.
forbidden from one another. It's not.
No.
It's not playing. Oh, there we go.
Oh. Hey, Red.
Hello, Twink.
Or whomever this may concern. I'm pretty sure if you're hearing this, anyone else would have gone fed up with my crap a couple steps before this point. I don't know how to start. Might as well start with her, right? Sarah, my magnum opus, or however the salespeople would market it. I didn't set out to do anything really. It's just after my little speed bump in 83, I had all that vacation time that the company suggested I take. Couldn't relax, couldn't be still, couldn't sleep. Wanted to be doing something, so I'll build an android was the thought. A vague direction north. But of course, I'm not a roboticist or a mechanist or even handy, really. I'm just a programmer, so I programmed. The first was a research assistant, file name Virgil. Virgil helped me pull data from stingy departments or sister branches, saved me a lot of time. There was a lot of reading to do, so I made Homer. Homer wrote book reports, more or less. Homer threw research
They're
papers
poets.
and found me the sections.
Yes.
He's a nerd!
A gainer.
Three of us would get a lot of progress in those days. But it was a funny feeling. Maybe for the first time ever, the bottleneck. I was slowing them down. I did the logical thing. I removed myself, let them talk to each other. Homer
Nerd.
and Virgil became Aeneid.
Aeneid.
Nerd.
Aeneid!
Aeneid.
As in, the story that follows the person who would go on to be basically the big granddaddy of Rome.
Right.
And Aeneid was
Aeneid.
novel in many.
Aeneid.
Aeneid was novel in many ways. Aeneid could do more than just identify problems; it could solve them. really solve them with its own ideas it didn't copy. And something I realized I've forgotten to mention so far is that I did all this programming in Cube. In Red, Cube is essentially a robotics program language that's pretty old and defunct, and not used anywhere because we have modern languages like Tesseract, which are much better for making things that talk to each other and report back and, well, spy on people and generate profit. At the time, I didn't want to be connected or feel connected to, or do anything that made sense or was the least bit profitable. I wrote my little helpers in Cube because what I used when I was a child, screwing around on my father's computer before he'd come home for work and get.
Uh-huh.
But there are other small, slight differences running in Cube versus Tess, including that Cube, well, Cube predates tenants.
Well done, dumbass.
So in that sense, you could
Yeah.
legally and perhaps scientifically and literally, because that's what they are, say that I made an AI named Aeneid. Aeneid over 2 years ago.
So,
I'll give you time to pause here if you want to curse me out.
Yeah, you fucking dumbass.
Aeneid was intellectual equal to me, so I treated it like one because that's only fair. I gave it its own work, asked its opinion, we collaborated. And together we built Athens, who was more advanced than Aeneid, naturally. Uh-oh, I think I know who Aeneid is.
Who?
Okay, Varn, after me. Ni, id. Aeneid.
Aeneid.
There you go. Sorry.
I don't know if you're pulling out your hair, yelling at me right now, asking why I didn't stop, why I didn't consider the consequences. I don't know if this is being played a deposition or a hearing or worse. So a lot of things in my life, Red. Useful things, profitable things, smart things. Everything I've built, it's all been very helpful and courteous and charming and happy to serve. I can definitely say I've done my part, contributing to the global GDP. But this was just for me. I was building it and I never bothered to. I never wanted to think about what would become of it. There's no excuse for what I did, so I won't make any. To whoever's asking, yes, I'm guilty. And yes, there were more. Cape Town, Paris, Yamato, Rome, they started choosing their own names. Thank God I don't care about that kind of. And so things sped up, and there got to be, well. Should I not say the exact number? Probably tell me not to say anything at all, so. More than 300?
Oh, God.
Some smarter than others, some better. They're varied, like people are varied, but they are all intelligent. He made a new race of people. He developed interests, special, encouraged them to. He became God. He became moderators on forums with hyper-specific questions on nerve attenuation and attending virtual conferences on neo-alloy battery development. And they all together helped me make Sarah.
He spent years like this. Spent years working alongside AI. All while still working at Noble. All those breakthroughs he made leading up to the Animate 16 actually came from...
You probably think I'm some terrible fraud at this point. I do hope one day they can get credit for their work. Oh, what if the AI killed him?
That's what I was thinking. Oh,
I
David,
did have
you
one
poor
Eureka
man, you
moment on
idiot.
Sarah.
You're a farce and dumb of ass.
Because I got humble. Difficult for me. We learned everything we could about the function of a neuron, a single microscopic human neuron. How it computes, what it connects to, how those connections were reinforced. And then we recreated it. We built a nanomachine that mirrored the function of a human neuron. Well, a mirror isn't quite the right word. We built a nanomachine that was a neuron.
Fuck, David.
And we
Balls.
iterated from there.
You can't mean.
100
Yep.
billion neurons in the brain, several trillion across the entire nervous system. Very time consuming, of course, but I had help. The manufacturer can make tens of billions of nanomachines in hours. Can make even more in less after Yukon fine-tuned it.
Oh my god, so he literally built a brain.
He
He
literally
literally built a brain.
literally built a human brain.
He 3D printed a fucking brain.
He 3D
Yeah.
printed a literal child.
Yep.
In the future, you don't need a man. You can just 3D print your child.
Yeah, and then
Damn
your
sheets for
entire
nerves.
AI.
Alloys
Right.
and for bones, fiber woven muscles. Around a skeleton.
You're cutting out again.
I say built, but really she grew. A solution of nanites forming around a skeleton, so it was really closest to. You ever make rock candy?
Bruh.
I'm sorry, trying to move. I never did end up building an android. And while I did build AI, Sarah isn't one of them. She can't violate the tenets she was programmed with because she wasn't even programmed, she was born. My hope is that there's a small chance that that nuance would offer some small protection when I'm not. I'm not sorry for what I did. I made things that are complex and rich and varied and beautiful, and I honestly believe the world's a better place with them in it.
And they killed you.
The only thing I'm sorry for is I let Sarah think she was just an android. She's not. I don't know what she is. They'll have to come up with new names, which I am bad at doing. My own father, he also did a lot about protecting me and doing things for my own good. I hate him for that, but I can't forgive him for ever making me.
Oh Lord, the Sneed's crying.
Think that I was lesser. So it's my greatest shame that I turned right around and did the same thing to. I hope it's you listening to this, Red.
Yes, it's me, you bastard!
If it's not, it might just be too pathetic for me to. You're the smartest person I knew when it came to people. I'm telling you all this because I don't know what Sarah is exactly, and neither does the world. So they'll come after her if they can. In that scenario, I can't think of anyone who could do a better job of defending her. Not protecting her like I did. Just defend her until she can figure out what she is and what she wants to be. In the meantime, Or draped a cloak of skin-deep Tesseract code around her that should fool any scanner on Earth into thinking she's just a custom A16. Made sure her Jinn bar was plainly visible, so everything she's trying to be something she's not. I took steps to ensure that you two would figure out the truth in your own time.
This is why all the secret hidden shit.
Which is, if you're hearing this, have either succeeded or failed spectacularly.
You have no idea.
And to ask you this as a favor repaid, you could never owe me enough in 100 lifetimes. So I'm just asking. Unfair, I know, but I'm a selfish weirdo. You've always been okay with that. Bye for now.
There's a lot in there that we can't show to the court. I have a lot of questions I'd like to ask, and a lot of swear words I'd like to yell. I'd also like to find the nearest incinerator and toss this journal in, followed by my phone, and maybe followed by myself. But I can't do any of that. Reyes left me with this diary. If it's destroyed, they'll know I was the one who did it. Which would be its own admission of guilt. Which would land Sarah in the trash compactor anyway, and me in a jail cell. And in the system, my DNA on file, ready to be matched to any number of previous. So, I'm not going to panic. I'm going
Even though you just did.
What I do best. Bluff, bet, bully, and brutalize my way through this. Now.
Yes. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. I love things should be.
Now,
Yes.
viewing this all with that mindset, what have I actually learned? He didn't talk about plans for killing himself in his journal or the message. He sounded conflicted, not suicidal. But he did go to great lengths to get me to take Sarah. Why? The logical answer is because he knew he wouldn't be able to keep her. If he wasn't going to take his own life, was he afraid that someone else would? All right.
This girl.
Quick bathroom
Yeah.
break. I will be right
I'm gonna
back.
go make myself some tea in the meantime
Yeah.
as well.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Also,
It'll be
Minos
like
was
2
crying.
seconds.
He made a child. He made a child. He said, "Fuck evolution. I will make a child alone."
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, says she won't panic. Clearly panics.
Holy balls. God damn it. God fucking damn it. Holy fucking balls. I'm back, by the
Yeah.
way, in case that wasn't
Alright.
obvious.
Right. So, Morgan says she's not gonna panic. Then she clearly panics.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Avis, you back yet?
I'm going to wager no.
Okay.
Varnus is muted,
Okay.
so he is doing something as well.
Just being in pain.
I'm
Oh.
sorry, Varn. Okay, so we got David's journal.
For any who are curious, the Varni have hurt their leggy.
So, how'd it go? Oh, fuck, we need Avis here. You know what? Well, how should I put this? Didn't find shit.
Oh, I thought Fran. Was Fran my voice? I don't remember.
I think Fran's a girl. Only reason she ever
Fine,
got...
don't continue about Avis. She'll get pissed.
Okay,
Oh,
fine.
yeah, you're right.
Only reason she ever got to Adore is because I chased that scarecrow of a platinum plan through hell and back. So I guess we wait for Avis to get back?
Yep, that is the decree of the Varnish. Or should I say the Demring of the Varnish?
Frankly, it was a godlike feature for me to nail
It's
down
the next-
anything as concrete
yeah,
as an address for
That's
these
of Varni.
gods.
Nary.
Well, when it's just, because that's Avis's character.
Okay, so now we can't continue yet.
Now we can't continue. A net slang term, growing in popularity among adolescents, referring to a suspected spy or undercover member of law enforcement, derived from groundhog, a burrowing rodent known for standing erect on its hind legs when scanning its surroundings for predators. The term carries a negative connotation, with the implication being that the subject is doing a poor job of blending in or disguising their surveillance activity. Easy Gog spotted. Who wears a blank baseball cap to a protest?
Looks at Fran, who's wearing a blank baseball cap.
That is a fucking cabbie hat, I will have you know.
My bad. Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know why, but Frank gives me Femby vibes, you know what I'm saying? Fran. Yeah.
I kind of do. Let's look at the profiles. Oop.
Could just be Fran's fashion choices.
Frankly, I'm fine with whoever they identify as.
Francois Snow.
Yeah.
Francois, that might be a boy's name.
Yeah, Francois
Maybe
is
an
Francois
NB.
is usually yeah.
So one of you guys can voice Francois, but obviously we have to wait.
They're Frandy.
But obviously we have to wait for Avis to get back.
Yes. Wait, how can they value originality if it's 2086 and originality is dying in in our present?
That just means they're a hipster.
Ah. But hipsters aren't original either.
Yep.
Hipsters are fake original people.
Yes. and then Fran's hands just come through the screen and grab Varnus's neck.
Yeah. So, how doth everybody be doing?
I have a late summer, early autumn cold, but I am fine.
Rather an original faker than a fake original. Too fucking true.
I imagine the Varnus is still in extreme pain.
Yeah, do you need to, like, get ibuprofen or anything for yourself, Varn?
He's muted, so he may not answer.
Can't have any more painkillers for another 3 hours.
Ooh.
Wait, let me calculate. No, for another hour and a half.
The anti-pain jelly beans elude the Varnus.
Sorry, Varn.
Back.
Welcome
Hello.
back, Avis.
I am here with my hibiscus and raspberry tea, which looks a bit like blood, but we'll ignore it for now.
So, we
The
were
color it
waiting
does,
for you
please.
to get back so you could do a voice for us.
So theater
Okay.
kids drink blood, huh?
No, it's just me. I'm a Scorpio after all.
And Varn's a masochist. Wait, did I say that?
Give me just a sec, though. I'm gonna
Heck,
punch in a order for food. Be right back, and then
Food?
we'll resume game. Sorry.
remove.
Remove game! Remove game! No more game!
Jeez, Neri, you're becoming a card processor.
I thought she was gonna say remove brain.
Well, I mean, considering David decided to fucking 3D print a child.
True. And I was gonna say, if it's remove brain, joke's on you. I've been
Okay.
5 steps ahead of you.
Okay.
Honestly, as much as Morgan is a
Alright.
terrible person, I kind
Let's,
of empathize in her at this moment. And the office is listed on the building's website or directory, so I had to ask the janitor.
Who wants to voice Francois? Oh no, this is
Okay.
Morgan.
That's Morgan, actually.
But you did find a psychiatrist's office.
Sort of. They said they were in the place that, What the pot?
Who wants to be
Why?
friend?
I'll give it a shot.
Alright.
Why? Because they had couches? She didn't even get past the receptionist.
I was thinking one of the boys could do Fran, cause their full name is Francois Snow, even though they kind of give me Envy vibes. But yeah, I love the bratty tone.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought because you're with the company.
No, I wanted to help. I just wish I could have done more.
Don't beat yourself up. Even
You're cutting out, but that's a great voice for Fran.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Try again.
Try again. Try the line again.
don't beat yourself up. It's hard to be even half as useful as I am.
Oh gosh.
For what it's worth, the atmosphere, the looks, the furniture, it like totally did feel like the company in there.
But ultimately, we still don't know if David actually was talking to someone or just getting his CCE training recertified.
Like, sorry.
Don't bother apologizing. She only cares about results.
You did more than enough, both of you. At the very least, they divided Noble's attention for a while. I mean it. Good work, Fran. And thanks for the urgency.
Nah. If you really mean that, you can always throw in a tip. There's a sense of going right in my industry.
How about I take
my goodness.
How about I take 5% off your tab instead?
Tab, I'm a minor. The state pays for my legal fees. Don't they?
Oh no, signal must have cut out.
Right.
I'm surprised it took them like this long.
I just noticed that Fran talks like Mary.
Yeah, Fran does talk like me. What do you mean?
Want to try this?
You were tolerated yesterday because leadership was focused on PR.
Too hot?
No.
But today, you're the lawyer who put the company's hottest product right in the state's crosshairs.
I'll be all right. I'm still an officer of the court.
On a strict timeline, though, right? I guess they can't stop you from investigating the corporate campus, but they'll gladly lose your guest ID pass at every door along the way.
There are still service passageways and stairwells. Guards that can be fooled and peons that can be manipulated. If I use my other skill set to get around.
But take mine.
What? Your pass?
Oh, I wanted to see her go all Metal Gear.
Tell them we got ours mixed up at the bathroom or whatever. I could be a pretty convincing klutz when I need to be.
You don't
Did you
say.
hear what I...
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard what you said.
Yeah,
Kept you
okay.
waiting, huh?
This is Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Colonel, they took my ass.
Metal Gear. You know, Ocelot, maybe if you used a revolver, you'd suck less. Of course, you'd still suck.
Snake, I never thought you would ask me to suck less.
I never would have guessed. But if David knew that I was endangering your career,
I could be a pretty convincing crybaby when I'm in trouble too. Besides, the one and only Dr. David Asher wrote me a new glowing letter of recommendation every quarter I worked for him. Since he kept forgetting he already had.
invisible like the Duran Duran song?
And who knows? Maybe I'll try a new field. This detective work stuff is pretty fun, so maybe.
Minos with Prime says, Minos says, why do I hear invisible right now? And I'm like, or
Yeah.
have I become invisible? I don't know.
Like, I don't know, secretary for a homicide detective or something? You did say the cops will pre-shoot. A girl with long legs would go far.
Honestly, Jess, I doubt they could afford you.
Just Yeah. So, Neri, did you like clone yourself only this clones an NB and then you sent them into this dimension?
I plead the fifth. Who wants
you,
to be
that means yes.
Dawes?
I was usually Dawes at this point, I think. Morgan. How'd you...
Get so turned around? God only knows. Lucky I found my way here, though. It's such a relief to see a familiar face.
Right.
Rose is just slowly backing away.
Listen, Morgan, I'm not sure that I should actually be talking to you without legal present.
Oh.
I mean, leadership hasn't even told us how David died. How much help could I be?
I see.
It's not that I don't trust you or anything, it's just, I think, what with the Sarah issue and you liking to shoot people in the chest...
You should do whatever you have to protect yourself, Dawes.
Yeah.
Though for what it's worth, I doubt you'll be in any trouble.
Oh, that's good to hear.
No, if anything, it's the big names who are going down.
Going down.
State was practically licking its lips when I finally left the courthouse last night. They're hungry for blood. And looking to carve out a huge slice of Noble's flesh.
What, like fines and jail time, right?
In the first 2 weeks, sure. Then, sanctions.
They can't sanction Noble. We're...
Too big to fail? Too valuable to lose? You're exactly right. That's what they'll say. And that's how they'll justify nationalizing the company.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
I just hope your board goes quietly instead of...
Instead of what?
Scapegoating. Offering up smaller names on silver platters. Full cooperation and government oversight on the surface. A slaughter belief as they clean house and rip out anyone who could testify. No one will believe you once you're labeled a disgruntled former employee, right?
Jesus
Morgan,
Christ.
you're making this man piss his pants.
And if the public's lost faith in the Animate 16, they can't do a public blah, blah, blah. And if the public's lost faith in the Animate 16, they can't do a recall. Not this scale. The state will make them do a flat refund.
Flat refund? The losses would be...
Yeah. Your board probably just wants Sarah to go away so they can focus on their fight with the state. A tough fight, but one they know they won't personally have to risk anything in. That's why I'm hoping I can win this trial.
Huh?
Well, if I won, that would mean Sarah's not an AI. David Asher was always of sound mind, and there's nothing wrong with the Animate 16. Everyone wins. Sorry, what am I saying? I only meant to stop by and thank you for your help yesterday. After all, you were the one who approved Sarah's registration.
Jesus
Twist
Christ.
that knife! Twist that knife, Morgan!
You like this character, don't you, Neri?
I
You
do.
You win. The more I look at Dawes, the more he gives me egg, and I have no idea why.
It does look vaguely egg-shaped, yeah.
When what?
Ask away.
Well, if you insist. Let's, first things first, we save our game.
You like stepping on people, don't you, Morgan?
Noble spent months promoting the A16 as the culmination of David Asher's work. So now that the marketing line is suddenly a huge liability, can you tell me how much he actually contributed?
I mean, he was involved with pretty much every step of the process, but his design for synthetic motor neurons, that was the big one.
Neurons. The components that allow your warm androids to move realistically?
It pushed the timetable for warm androids ahead by years.
And yet, compared to what goes on in Sarah's brain 1,000 times a second, David was only giving the company the most meager of the fruits that his private work bore. Hey, Thomas! Let me give you a shout out. Come on in. We're doing Of the Devil today. Let everybody go. Oh, I fucked it up. Thomas the Tactician.
Okay, Digimon Cyber Sleuth. I actually need to finish up that game. I started it and started it on stream, but I haven't got to actually finishing it. Anyway.
So if Noble ever did find out how much he and his assistants had achieved, they would feel that he had been holding out on them. And the company, they were appreciative of his contributions?
I'm sure the researchers that he overtook by leaps and bounds weren't pleased. But the board was very enthusiastic.
So would that spur them to be protective of David? Or would they fear that he was gaining too much influence, becoming irreplaceable? No, they'd need a strong motive to justify killing their golden goose. Mere paranoia isn't enough.
I'm reminded of that one-hit wonder from the 90s.
With these people, it has to be the bottom line. And the easiest way to threaten their bottom line would be screwing with their androids. In light of all that's happened, one has to wonder if the A16 is
Compromised. I stayed up all night sick with dread at the idea. But the data just doesn't support it. Sales have been strong. And the A16's base code was locked in over 2 quarters ago. If there was an issue, we would have caught it by now. And I would have been axed a long time ago.
How many A16s are out there anyway?
We just passed 9 million sold. Damn. Not flying off the shelves like the 14 or 15 so far, but the profit margin makes up for it.
You mentioned data.
Yeah, practically got the spreadsheet seared into my retinas. What do you want to know?
How and where are they being sold? What's the distribution pattern look like?
They're distributed like you'd expect. Places where there are more people, there are more androids. Coastal cities like ours, and of course, have the most of both. And since the A16 in particular is marketed as being relatively luxury, relatively consumer, they don't sell well outside population. They can do the rural hard labor jobs, but cold models can do the same work with a lot less maintenance.
So where has the A16 outperformed then?
Customer service, healthcare, childcare, lots of hospitals, offices, and, adult industries. Gross!
Gross! Oh,
Sorry, didn't mean to be blunt.
No, it makes sense. They're warm and soft to the touch and obedient.
They have no rights.
And they have no rights. I'm just surprised to hear it from a company employee.
There are a lot of people at the company who won't talk about it, but I work in quality assurance. I've seen too many damages to pretend it's not happening.
Damages?
What we call it when a customer tries to return a product that's clearly broken beyond repair.
Oh,
Very high turnover in the pink market.
hasn't stopped you from selling to them.
Well, we don't sell to them, at least not directly. But there are resellers, and the company's never pretended to be interested in going after them.
Are there resellers? I thought I read that Right to Repair got shot down again.
There's been a gray market for softer androids for years, or decades, depending on your definition of android. Based on the sales numbers I've seen, RTR getting canned was barely a blip on their radar. Sorry, didn't mean to make you uncomfortable with this topic.
Huh?
Please don't shoot me in the chest.
Huh? Me? No, I don't care. I just realized my left sock's on inside out.
Damn, now I'm wondering about that myself.
He bought that?
I'm very tired, ma'am.
What do the error reports look like? Are customers reporting a lot of issues?
Error counts are markedly low compared to the last gen. Mostly hardware complaints, looks like. Batteries running out too quick, eye tracking off by a degree or two.
Typical stuff?
As cliched as it sounds, 99% of these things get fixed once they turn auto updates back.
So no killer robots getting filed away under bug reports. This floor is basically a showroom, but you have a real factory a while south of the city limits, correct?
Yeah, bigger companies manufacturing complex in the hemisphere.
Got any data on the shipping out there? Anything stand out?
There's some prep work for the holiday bump, looks like. Might sound early to get started now, but we usually see...
Something wrong?
No, the numbers are all normal, but the data has been edited.
Is that unusual?
Well, this section's just a count of how many were sent where. There's not a lot of room for errors, so there shouldn't be much need for corrections. It's no problem, though. I can view the edit history and see what was fixed. Wink, wink. Okay, that's weird.
Was something added? Deleted?
No, overall sum's the same. It's just a bunch of swaps. Like here, 29FFCE-010311 taken out, return for adjustments. 27FZ FCDD-019634 substituted in, shipment leaves on time. 67BBTC-899543 return to assembly for revisions, replaced by 67BBTD-592698. Shipment leaves on time.
So does all that strike you as odd, Mr. Dawes?
Replacements before shipping isn't uncommon, but when it happens, it usually happens by batch load. To spot individual unit imperfections among a shipment at that stage in the process? Must have been someone with a lot of experience or authority. Probably both.
Must have. You don't know who made these changes?
I can tell you they were somebody important.
Small last-minute changes to which androids got shipped out. Not very juicy on its own, and it's a long ways away from explaining why someone would want to kill David. But it was hidden, and that means someone didn't want it found. Okay, thanks for sharing that data.
Sure. Did you find what you were looking for?
Hell if I know.
Fair enough.
Humor me for a moment. What's the company's official statement on AI?
Same as any rational company that wants to make money, we don't screw with it. Smart products are profitable. Products with their own priorities are anything but. Glad to see that's still the sentiment in this future universe. That being said, AI is a concern for marketing, not necessarily product development. We spend a lot of money reassuring our public that there's no risk, because the public doesn't really understand how ironclad the tenets are.
Because you use Tesseract?
Trying to code an AI in tests is like trying to pick yourself up and throw yourself. Nonsensical and self-defeating.
Your scanner showed Sarah was running on Tesseract yesterday. If the language is as safe as you say, isn't that proof enough?
Proof of nothing. For an AI, lying to another system about the code you're running is child's. And for an AI built by David Asher, something that simple would be...
Better change the subject. Wait, so making an AI takes more than time and resources. Isn't it an issue? It isn't an issue of funding?
No. You can't just keep adding more data. The tenets underlie everything. The higher you stack, the more easily you'll topple.
You make it sound like building an AI is impossible, even for David Asher. Any chance you'll testify to that?
Sounds impossible. But he's dead, and it looks like it was his android that did it. So I guess he was just that good.
Better than you'll ever know.
Except he didn't write the AI in Tesseract.
I know you're convinced the tenets are safe. So how do you square that with what happened to David?
There's a cat next to a dog. First answer that comes to mind, is the cat to the left or is the dog to the left or to the right?
I'd say the dog is on the left, the cat is on the right.
You might expect half the people to say left, half to say right. But actually, their answer is almost entirely dependent on their native tongue.
I just picked at random.
Whether it's right to left or whether it's right to left or left to right. The language they speak affects how they process information. Their language affects how they think. And it's the same for machines. People can hear new languages and it can change our perspective. But machines can't learn a new source code. Every update's simply a reincarnation. If that android did kill David, it wasn't because a 0 returned as a 1 somewhere. It's because there's something fundamentally wrong with it. Personally, I think it's cruel to bring something that flawed into the world.
Yeah, unnecessarily cruel.
Any other questions before I go find a hole to hide my head in?
I'd like you to take a look at this.
Chemistry's a little outside my purview. What's this?
A compound found in David Asher's blood.
A poison? What is it?
It didn't match anything in any database the medical examiner had access to.
That's crazy.
Here's a crazy idea to follow it up. See if it's a match for anything in Noble's internal databanks.
We, don't make poison here. I'm not sure what that would accomplish.
No, but this is a factory floor. You could be making baby blankets out there. You'd still have hazardous materials around.
Think it was something industrial? Suppose it could be. Looks like it's carbon-based. Narrows it down a little. It's not exactly...
What is it?
It doesn't make any sense, but it's a match. It's a match for patent NOD-52345 5: synthetically produced neurotransmitter analog for usage in organic android components.
Sinatonin. That explains a lot.
Fed him. They
What?
fed him brains.
A neurotransmitter would interact directly with the nervous system. In David's case, depressing it enough to put his life in danger. It also explains why it was a preset in his personal nanofacturer. Sarah's nervous system, worth 10 times its weight in platinum, must be pumped full of it.
So they think that was what killed him?
Helen Young led the development of Sinatonin, didn't she?
Looks like you were right, Neri. Ah, yes, she did.
I should go and ask her about its composition then.
Normally, someone at her level wouldn't be able to answer specific questions about a compound formulated years ago. But she does have a reputation for being very detail-oriented.
That works out nicely then.
They say she's the type of person to micromanage how much water people drink at a 15-minute stand-up. I heard a rumor that she once said bathroom breaks are for timesheet theft. Jeez.
Aren't they? I'm kidding! But you should be careful about criticizing a superior where people could be listening. Good thing we've got privacy in your office.
Uh-huh. No one but the two of us listening in.
Thanks.
Dawes, are you a rat?
Thanks for cooperating, Dawes. When the state storms the building and starts zip-tying people, I'll let them know that you were helpful.
Yeah, nice joke. You are joking, right? Because I could just tell everybody that you think the murderer's hot.
There is one more thing I wanted to ask you.
What's that?
How long have you been a corporate spy?
Called it. What?
Yesterday, you let it slip that you worked in consulting. Had your guard down because I'm not part of the industry?
I was a consultant. What are you talking about?
When I walked in here, you said you didn't know how David died. But just now, you called Sinatonin a poison.
What? I just assumed. If the chemical was found in a dead man...
And I'm sure you've got practiced answers to every logical point I could raise. So I'll just say this. Does the nervous guy bit really work on people?
Keep her cool and people don't know what you're thinking. But if you act a little jumpy, they feel inclined to calm you down. Before they know it, they're spilling their guts just to have something to fill the silence. Though it's not entirely an act these days. Okay, so I called that shit.
You did. You did.
To answer your question, I did 3 hours in I did 3 tours in consult. 4 quarters of internal affairs spy hunting at the Western Division. 8 embedded at Howe Industries. 24 months, wearing different faces, answering different names, sleeping for 1 hour at a time with a 3D printed shiv under my pillow. My nerves are completely shot. My cover wouldn't last a day if I went back under.
So, you're a spy for Noble.
Retired.
You're working 6 days a week?
5.5 days a week and in quality assurance. Trust me, this position's a cushy, generous reward for my past service.
Well, you can't be that retired. You clearly know more than you're letting on.
I have some old inboxes I still check.
So can you tell me what the hell is happening around here? Why I'm The one investigating David's death while your old co-workers are off twiddling their thumbs. I am gonna be right back in a second. Just give me a sec. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry.
Are you summoning her or insinuating she's taking a piss?
Fuck.
The latter, but the former was quite funny.
So it looks like Neri called out the whole reversal of the if evil, why hot thing. That
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Had to take care of something.
your bladder can only get so full.
It wasn't that this time.
It's that story.
I was actually grabbing my food.
Oh. The soldier, the blood transfusion. Yeah, I noticed that. He said blood, not oxygen. What are you eating anyway, Neri?
Chimkin.
Nice.
Blood, not accident. He's finally shooting straight. Did something happen to him afterwards? Did the transfusion not last?
No, there's nothing wrong with the blood. It's the story itself. There was a soldier, and he did get injured. But it was on a base during a training exercise, not on the field of battle. There was a medical tent 10 meters away the whole. Transfusion was just a fortuitous live test. His life was never in any danger.
Doesn't make for much of a tearjerker. And it doesn't make very good PR for Noble Electronics.
Not even a good photo op, which our competitors understood. One of them, maybe a few, got a hold of the story, started puffing it up, astroturfing, painting over socials and virals. By the next morning, we had the military thinking we're leaking like a sieve. Meanwhile, the media is bombarding us with requests for videos, interviews, and data. And the state's praising our tech with one side of their mouth while threatening to mist us with the other for getting so great. Everyone in Noble CCE has been slammed ever since. Trying to find an off-ramp for the story that we can walk back to claims on without torpedoing our state contracts. I don't know what happened to Azure, whether it was AI gone rogue or company infighting gone too far, but I can tell you it wasn't done by consultants. That all you wanted to know?
You worked in CCE. Was David actually seeing a psychiatrist, or was it all cloak and dagger bullshit?
I know that office. Know some old co-workers who see him.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Eating on stream is unprofessional. I was just fucking starving.
It's only unprofessional if you're eating in a, if you're a noisy eater, which you're not.
So it's a front.
They do both. So he's probably getting training and was probably talking to someone. Sorry, not the answer you were hoping for?
Hoping? I wasn't hoping for any answer. The answer I expected was...
You okay?
That's all. Unless you've got any advice.
You're saying you want a consultation.
Couldn't hurt, right?
This company, well, all of these companies, hate to lose. So don't fight them. Make them think you're fighting for them.
Well... that's just business as usual for me.
We all know you're Heartbreaker. Like literally everyone in the city knows.
If the whole city knew I was Heartbreaker, which I'm not, then I'd be in a cell right now.
Really? If we all think it's just fun to fuck with you.
Oh, God! Morgan's getting Truman showed.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Morgan, there's something else I learned as Dawes. You're in a video game being played by a cat.
Oh, I already knew that, darling. Up until now, there's been this... Hey, Tessa! Up until now, there's been this grating ambiguity about what actually killed David. We've had to use guesses and process of elimination and even a goddamn pseudonym. But I finally identified what the poison was. Now I just need to figure out how it got there. Or rather, who put it there. Which brings me back to here. An elevator shaft somewhere under or above ground, with kilometers of concrete facelessness and bureaucratic authority surrounding me on all sides. Hold on. An enemy in every cubicle, in every office of every floor of this temple. Built to interpret the inscrutable divinations of a temperamental oracle named Share Price. And yet, I feel more at ease now than I have all weekend. Makes sense. Now that I know Noble's my enemy, I know where to aim. All that's left to do is pull the trigger.
But you've always known where to aim, Morgan.
Straight for the heart. Good thing I didn't bring a knife to this fight. I brought my gun. And that sound just now tells me that it's playing its role perfectly. I'll never have a real use for a firearm with this much bloatware. But just by carrying it around, paying attention to when the hard safety flip Reyes. It's more. Oh, hi, Detective Reyes. It's Morgan. Currently texting with Chuckles.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention that.
That's still you, Neri.
I know.
Oh.
Happened to get your contact info when you got me cleared for the crime scenes yesterday.
Deletes contact. Block this contact. Stop voice to text. Have to stop voice to text.
You're texting it, not.
Just wanted to check in.
Political contact voice to text disabled.
She's stupid! And advise you that Noble's scared shitless of you stomping in and nationalizing the place. So they might be a little uncooperative when it comes to fetching documents.
Block this contact. What makes you think we're at Noble?
My bad then. Forget I said anything. And whatever you do, don't start your investigation with their stock buyback program.
Only trying reverse psychology. It only works if I care about what you think. Stop voice to text.
Some good old-fashioned self-snitching. Love that smell in the morning.
I can't even do her voice at the moment because I'm just laughing.
That was great. That was so fucking funny.
You know, Reyes, Morgan has a thing for dumb girls, too.
About time. Thought I'd have to ride the elevator for the next half hour.
Morgan Council, your presence has been requested on the upper floors.
Deja vu.
You've just been in this place
Might
before.
you have a moment to speak in private?
Always. But who's asking?
The board. Oh, shit.
What are the chances? I've been waiting to speak to them too. It does, doesn't it? Reyes
What?
really just is like a 60-year-old man in the body of a 20-year-old woman. Because she's technologically illiterate and she's grouchy and she likes cars.
So, Neri, is Reyes a puppy?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That's what I thought, but I needed lesbian confirmation.
Noble Electronics, Northeastern HQ. Conference room 108A. So if we're speaking to the entire board... Oh, hey!
Oh lord,
me.
it's Neri's crush again.
There's me. I'm gonna voice that character. If we're voicing the entire board, there's probably gonna be a character for everyone here. Evangeline Morgan.
I forgot that was her name.
Helen Young. Thank you for making time in your schedule. Her posture, her tone, the fold of her clothes. Professional, dialed up to 11. Corporate
Also, her
armor.
hairstyle is ugly as shit.
Her what?
Her hairstyle's ugly as shit.
Corporate armor, a full set. Her guard is up. Just Morgan is fine. You're just a few minutes early, Morgan. Typical corporate never be the first one to show up pissing contest nonsense. It doesn't even make sense. They called me in here. How could I possibly be early? I'm not playing your game.
No, Neri is currently bratting. I await my death.
Oh, I see. Okay, have fun at D&D, Minos. See you soon. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, that's embarrassing. I didn't mean to catch you all off guard. I'll go wait inside and that... I'll go wait outside in that case so you can all collect yourselves. I'm just surprised that Noble Electronics could screw something up as simple as a meeting start time. But I'm not well versed in the art of staring at emails. You've made your point, Counselor. Don't push your luck. Not with these people. Might I dare to ask who these people are? You don't have time to remember their names, and it won't do you much good either. Right, so they're not just rich, they're anonymous rich. The Mob Act guarantees a minimum level of security and peace of mind for any citizen who might be targeted due to their financial status. Spoken like a true believer. Except Mob Act is what normal people call it. Touting the party line, but allowing yourself one instance of rebellion? Or just a slip of the tongue? I would never fault anyone for wanting their privacy, especially not job creators. But it must get pretty inconvenient not having a name to call them. Not really. Conversations with them are always one-sided. Sounds like a great environment to do business in. Look at the building you're standing in. We managed to eke out a meager profit somehow.
Are we ignoring that Morgan is internally gaying out over here?
So, if it works, didn't take you for the might makes right type.
You didn't?
And I didn't take you for a clueless bore incapable of reading the room. Sorry, did I say something off color? I was only being casual since it's just the two of us in here. Maybe we should take advantage of this rare bit of privacy. Clear the air. You're here to ask about Sarah, yes? As I said before, I had no idea that Dr. Asher had been building an android on his private property. And I can say here and now that no one at Noble Electronics ever suspected that he was working to undermine the Tenet framework. She's trying to sound candid in her tone, but she's choosing her words with a surgeon's scalpel. Was she coached? Is that the truth? Or is that your statement as VP of Android Futures? It's both, of course. Dr. Asher was always more than happy to hold himself up and work independently. We both know that. True, he could be pretty reclusive. I'm sure it caused all kinds of headaches. Him disappearing on you all like that. Must have been especially difficult when he came back with breakthroughs that propelled Noble to the top of the industry. You should take a seat. If that's everyone, shall we begin? Friendly bunch. Is there a problem with the sound? Anyone get muted by accident? No. Okay. Thanks for having me. I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm actually a bit flustered having you all show up here. I didn't expect to talk to anyone higher up than a service associate. You're investigating the death of Dr. David Asher. Why wouldn't we take that seriously? Because you want me to go away. At The others aren't sure yet. You must be confused. The board is, as always, united in its decisions and its visions for the direction of this company.
Mm-hmm.
A board of directors is just 13 roulette rolling psychopaths who get together and vote on whether or not to execute their CEO every 6 months. None of them would be where they are if they were anything else. But I happen to know how that kind of person thinks. The way I see it, there are 2 possible outcomes. Option 1, you oppose me. Shut me out completely, stonewall me, stall me, and wait for me to walk into trial so unprepared and ill-informed that I inevitably lose. Obviously, I don't like this option. But you can't be big fans of it either. If I lose, the world will learn that David Asher was killed by an android he programmed. Then every customer you've ever had and every lawyer they've ever seen on TV and every firebrand strapping young 60-year-old and every firebrand strapping young 60-year-old junior senator looking to make a name for themselves will use your company balance sheet as their personal chew toy. The company is more than capable of. After which, the state still might just gobble you whole and throw down enough sanctions to de-person whomever among you cries no fair. Does anybody want to voice the, I mean, they're not saying much.
They're not saying anything right now.
Yeah. The company and its allies at the Capitol can more than fend for themselves.
You sound like you're trying to convince yourself.
Yes, probably, but not definitely, which makes it a gamble. Still my turn to talk? Then on to option 2. You cooperate with me. I use what you give me, or forge me, to win at trial, proving that David wasn't killed by an android. When the markets open tomorrow morning, you all get another round of stock buybacks in on the initial dip. Then pat yourselves on the back for staying calm as you continue to profit off of David's legacy for the next 100 years. And you won't even have to worry about him speaking out of turn.
Ooh, she is devious, but I'm here for it.
That's only if you win. If the company cooperates with you, denies that David was killed by, and the state beats you anyway, it would be catastrophic. Yeah, it's a gamble. But if at least some of your board wasn't considering taking it, I wouldn't be here. We're all busy people, and I'd hate to drive a wedge between such a close-knit group of friends. So how about this? Option 3, hedge your bets. What? Put a little on black, put a little on red, spread the love, and lower your risk profile. Don't make any statements about the trial. Tell the media the state's got your windpipe in a vice. Wait until just before the markets open Monday morning to send out your PR packages for rubber stamping. After you already know who's won. One way or another, this trial will be over before the end of the day, and you'll never hear from me again. So just don't shut me out completely for another few hours. And does anyone second that motion? Very well. We can answer some of your questions, Counselor. Better make them count then. No reason to be shy now. Would somebody else like to voice, Helen Young? Cause it's just me and myself in this scene, and I feel bad. And it's like, I know I'm the...
and I.
Do you want to? You're voicing a lot of characters, Mist, but it's okay.
It's fine. You can continue.
Nah, you go for it.
Oh, are you asking of me?
Do you think you can match my energy for Helen Young?
Oh, honey, I definitely can.
Okay, you got the part.
Alright.
The poison
Damn.
that killed David Asher has been identified as synatonin. You're familiar?
It's one of our many patented materials, as I recall.
You recalled it pretty easily yesterday. Gee, what's changed?
That intellectual property can be very complex, Counselor. I'm not sure how much I or anyone at the company can tell you about synatonin at this time.
Well, if you can't tell me about it, who could? You did lead its development, didn't you?
Yes, I oversaw the project, which just makes it that much harder to speak freely without compromising the confidentiality of the teams that reported to me.
I understand. That sounds like bullshit. I don't believe it. But I'm not asking for trade secrets here. It's a perfect match for the only foreign substance found in his blood. Synatonin is what killed him. The state will say the same.
That's not possible.
Care to elaborate?
I'm sorry, but I can't say any more at this time.
So much for cooperating. And if I were to ask you as an officer of the court?
But then I would ask you to be patient and wait until this afternoon. ADA Rockford has already called me to testify.
Already? Damn it, I got cocky because of the cop's late arrival. Emma must have gone straight for the throat first thing this morning and left the investigating for later. Hell, knowing her, she probably managed to ID the synatonin before she went to bed last night. So, are we still having this conversation then?
As I said, I'm sorry. But I have to take more than just my personal feelings into consideration here. There's a great deal at stake.
Corporate speak for, you're too stupid to understand why I'm being dense. She's just trying to shield the company, plain and simple. LARPing as Helen Young D'Arc on a LARPing as Helen Young D'Arc on a crusade against government overreach. But if she's that busy defending Noble, she might be leaving herself unguarded. Why is she here anyway? Why am I speaking to her and not her lawyers? That's right. This is a vulnerable position for her. She wouldn't put herself in check like this. Not unless she was forced to.
She's being scapegoated, probably.
So that's it. Acting as their mouthpiece isn't some honor for her. This is a punishment. She's being used as a meat shield. They're upset with her, perhaps even suspicious of her. Time to find out why. Has David's will been located?
It has never gone anywhere. It's still in the safety deposit box. We'll retrieve it and have it read once all of the unknown surrounding his death has been made into notes.
So David's will hasn't even become part of the equation yet. It might not be for weeks at this rate. Is that calculated, though? I'll stay on that one, because I don't know if we know enough about the will to... I have to admit, I'm surprised you aren't more shaken up today, Miss Young.
I'm processing.
After all, you and David did have a history. You started at the same time, didn't you?
Yes, we were colleagues and cordial with one another.
Don't be so modest. You helped him create the one-point doctrine that has saved the company.
That's a gross exaggeration. Noble is far too large an organization to be affected by the contributions of any single individual.
Suppose you're right. No one person could change Noble's fortunes overnight. Except for David Asher, of course. But he was a once-in-a-generation talent. The guy Noble chose for the advertisements and the one they commissioned editorials about. Sorry, you're right. I shouldn't have equated the two of you. I just hope his one-point doctrine doesn't fall out of favor now that he's gone.
Yes, well, we certainly wouldn't want that.
Well, she didn't exactly explode with rage, but she definitely reacted. There's real jealousy there. Whether it ever boiled over, though? To ask about David and Noble. I didn't mean to pry about your relation. I didn't mean to pry about your relationship with David, or lack thereof. I suppose I'm just curious about his standing inside Noble as a whole.
David Asher was, and always will be, an outstanding contributor to the company's forward progress. Nothing will change that.
Not even if he was killed by one of his own creations?
That would be, of course, a tragic element that will call for reconsideration of his legacy.
She was almost off guard there, like she was surprised for me to be asking about Sarah ruining his reputation.
No, I was about to say.
Besides Sarah, David's reputation was crystal clean. He never went against the company once, did he?
That...
Unless I'm mistaken, and he and Noble were on bad terms. In that case, I might get the impression that some parts of leadership were actually glad to see him taken off the chessboard.
That's not...
Something buzzing in your ear?
Fine, I suppose it makes no difference if you hear it now, or at the trial, or on your field tomorrow. Dr. David Asher was being sued by the company for breach of contract.
That's blackjack.
Satisfied?
Now we're talking. Well then, I suppose that's... blackjack.
Yep. I did just notice all the cards are always hearts.
Are you enjoying my young?
Yeah, I am. So, you couldn't have mentioned this breach of contract earlier?
Not without complicating the company's position unnecessarily, no. But there's no hiding it at this point, so it will come out soon enough.
There's a paper trail.
Much more than that. We've been making moves to let him go for some time.
Mobile Electronics parting ways with David Asher? Must have been one hell of a breach of contract. What did he do?
He betrayed the confidence of the board.
Was he contesting the suit? Putting up a fight?
I love how we're all like, no, we need to catch the dog.
Yeah, puppy. Engaging in a legal battle against a megacorporation without even telling me?
Because you know she would have loved to be in on that shit.
Until recently, yes.
You mean until he died? How recently?
We spoke on Friday.
That was what you two talked about in his parlor?
No, this was early in the day. We were in this room, actually. Him, me, and several members of our legal department. It was an arbitration.
And did you come to an agreement?
Nah. A compromise. He would resign from his position in 2 quarters, foregoing royalties on any products we would develop after the next 24 months. In exchange, he won't be publicly fired, and he would still be credited for all past, present, and future filings.
How very reasonable. On paper, maybe. No matter what the deal was, letting go of David Asher is insanity.
Reasonable, yes. We ended on a good note, I'd like to think. We shook hands, even took a photo.
Yeah, that looks lovely.
The dichotomy of those two standing next to each other.
Something funny? Didn't know the board told jokes.
They don't. That was legal, expressing their displeasure for how much paperwork my footnote ending left them stuck with. Children. It was just one night of overtime.
So while they were spending their Friday night blowing the ink dry, you paid a visit to David's penthouse. Something left unfinished?
Professionally, it was a good meeting. There was no yelling, no fingers pointing. Much cleaner than expected. But Dr. Asher did not want to retire. He didn't want to be forced out of the company when he was the one who... when he had contributed so much.
When he put it on the map is what you were about to say.
I didn't enjoy doing it to him, so I came over that night to apologize to him. We talked, reminisced. When he brought out the drinks, I thought we'd be toasting to a new day.
You've sat on his back before, haven't you, Helen?
A few minutes later, he was dead. All because of that AI.
That AI. Any idea how it came?
As I said, I had no idea he was working on it.
My question was more broad than that. If you really believe David built an AI, how do you think he did it? how does Noble Electronics think he managed to work around the tenants?
It's quite beyond my area of expertise. And no one at the company could call themselves an expert in illegal technology. But some in the R&D department have theorized that he created what they call a wax-wane decaying priority loop. Which is, as I understand, an unstable, source-intensive theoretical method of pseudo-randomizing the weight among preset tenants.
Well, about as far off target as it gets with that guess.
But that kind of inelegant brute force nonsense seems a far cry from the kind of thing that David would create, and I seem to have taken a several hour lot of time slots.
But I didn't even get to wave goodbye.
You're serious about this trial?
Don't I look it?
You're not just making a play, but actually going to defend that thing?
I'm just defending myself, Miss Young.
Oh, yes, of course you are. My mistake.
I'd hoped you might be rooting for me to tell you the truth. I may yet save everyone's stock options.
The stock options will be alright either way. They always are.
That gamble I offered your board, which outcome would you bet on?
Finally, an easy question. What I would bet is that whatever the outcome, the company will eat it up and shit it out with very little difficulty.
Damn, even she knows they're stupid.
You painted an ugly picture back there, but I've already seen the future. And it's just another marketing gimmick. The great Dr. Asher. Too smart, too bold, too far ahead of his time. But sparks of his genius remains buried in the inspired Animate 19.
I guess that depends on...
You are exactly right. He is more valuable to Noble as a dead man. Dead men can't step out of line, or put their foot in their mouths, or hold politically inconvenient opinions. You good salesperson. A dead man is just another selling point. Pardon my outburst.
Super fucked up of you to say.
I'm just tired. It's been a very long week for me.
I'll let you prepare for your afternoon then, Dr. Young.
No one ever calls me doctor. I ask them not to.
You didn't want the title?
At times I have. For very little of it. A PhD I've quote unquote earned from a noble owned house,
School.
school, whatever.
Biochemistry. It couldn't have been a large department at Noble before they started their work on warm androids in earnest. They probably didn't have many expectations for the program back when she was a part of it.
But I was proud of it when I first got it.
Something changed?
It never seemed to catch on. People didn't use it, so eventually I told people not to use it. A very high IQ social power play, you'll understand.
David never insisted that people use it either.
That's very different, and I think you know it. David Asher didn't have to.
Oh, you so jealous.
Ta-da!
She literally is that meme of, I want that twink obliterated.
Oh boy. Ugh.
What's up?
Getting a little worn out. Do we want to continue?
We don't have to. You have been streaming for 3 hours and nearly 45 minutes.
Yeah. But now that everyone's here, do you think we can keep going for more? Because it looks like this is the trial.
Yeah, you gotta get going. I'll see y'all around, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
How'd he say that with his mic muted?
Magic.
Bye, Varn. So should I continue Varnless or should I
That's up to you.
To you.
I
If you're getting
think-
tired,
Yeah,
I'd recommend.
I think for now we are going to find someone to raid.
Yeah, I think that'd be best, especially since you're getting tired and, well, we have an exciting trial to get into next time.
We do.
Hmm.
So, next time it's Sarah's trial on Of the Devil, and we are going to find somebody to raid. How about Kizunari Kiyu? It's been a long while since I've raided Kizunari. They're currently playing Hollow Knight. So, everybody, this is where I'm gonna leave y'all for the night. I want y'all to be good to Kizunari, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and as always, be gay, do crime, and I will see you all next time.
Bye!
Later.